Friday, 15 April, The Gap News This Morning, podcasting live from Kuala Lumpur. I am Ghazali Abdullah. Good morning. First, the headlines. 104,700 courses of Paxlovid available for COVID-19 patients, says MOH. COVID-19 test kit not withdrawn on safety grounds, says importer. Subsidies for chicken and eggs to be reviewed, says Kiandee. Second COVID-19 booster available for those aged 60 above, says KJ. Ukraine's President Zelensky to BBC, blood money being paid for Russian oil. UK's Johnson, Sunak fined over illegal lockdown-busting parties. And Malaysian racer Jazeman raring to go in European Le Mans. And now the news in full. Pfizer's COVID-19 drug Paxlovid will be offered for free after the Health Ministry has obtained 104,700 courses recently. In a press conference in the Parliament building Thursday, Health Minister Hari Ini said Paxlovid will only be available at COVID-19 assessment centres, CACs, and government hospitals. Some 48,000 courses arrived in Malaysia on April 9th and have been sent to 14 locations in the country, with more to be delivered to Sabah and Sarawak. These deliveries involve 481 CAC health clinics and 15 government hospitals. The importer of a COVID-19 self-test kit, suspended recently, says the cancellation of the conditional approval by the Health Ministry has nothing to do with safety reasons. The suspension by the Health Ministry's Medical Device Authority, MDA, involved nasal swab tests from Jazeman Biotech Company Limited, distributed locally by Conan Medical Technology Berhad. MDA has also revoked approval for the saliva test kit manufactured by Anhui Deep Blue Medical Technology Company Limited, distributed locally by Innovac Technology. In a statement, Conan Medical Technology said the cancellation of the conditional approval was due to its failure in report submission. It said the cancellation had no relation to the quality, safety, and performance of the product. The Agriculture and Food Industries Ministry will be reviewing subsidies for chicken and eggs, says its Minister Ronald Kiandee. We will be meeting with the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry and other relevant agencies on Friday to discuss the issue of rising costs and the subsidies set by the government, he said at a press conference yesterday. He said his ministry was aware that the cost of chicken supply is higher than the ceiling price of 8 ringgit 90 cents per kilo set by the government. On February 28, Kiandee announced that the government would provide subsidies to chicken farmers of 60 cents per kilo for chicken and 5 cents per egg for grades A, B, and C. Individuals aged 60 and above with comorbidities will be given an option to get their second booster shots some 4 to 6 months after their first booster jab, said Health Minister Hari Ini. In a press conference at the Parliament building Thursday, he said the second booster shot offer is voluntary, just like the first booster jab. He added that healthy individuals above the age of 60 will be allowed to receive the second booster jabs after discussions with their doctor. Meanwhile, he said checking into premises via the MySejahtera app and wearing masks in public places remain in force, adding that the ministry has yet to detect Omicron variant XE in Malaysia. He added that during Omicron wave, 45% of casual contacts turned out to be positive and they were traced by the MySejahtera app, so it still has a value as a contact tracing solution. However, in the next few weeks, the ministry will decide whether MySejahtera check-ins are still required. He added that close COVID-19 contacts who are asymptomatic no longer need to adhere to quarantine guidelines, even if they are not fully vaccinated. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused European countries that continue to buy Russian oil of earning their money in other people's blood. In an interview with the BBC, President Zelensky singled out Germany and Hungary, accusing them of blocking efforts to embargo energy sales, from which Russia stands to make up £250 billion this year. There has been a growing frustration among Ukraine's leadership with Berlin, which has backed some sanctions against Russia, but so far resisted calls to back tougher action on oil sales. Some of our friends and partners understand that it is a different time now, that it is no longer an issue of business and money, Mr. Zelensky told the BBC from his Situation Room in Kiev on Thursday. That it is an issue of survival. The president also reiterated calls for more weapons to be supplied to Ukraine, saying they were not getting supplies fast enough to fend off Russia's assault. Russian troops have in recent weeks pulled back from around Ukraine's capital Kiev and other central and northern parts of the country, apparently abandoning an attempt to seize all of Ukraine by force. But there are fears now of a bloody and protracted conflict in the east and south of the country, as Russian President Vladimir Putin refocuses his military campaign there in an effort to seize more territory. A Russian warship that was damaged by an explosion on Wednesday has sunk, Russia's defense ministry has said. Moskva, the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, was being towed to port when stormy seas caused it to sink, according to a ministry's message. The 510-crew missile cruiser was a symbol of Russia's military power, leading its naval assault on Ukraine. Kiev says its missiles hit the warship. Moscow has not reported any attack. It said the vessel sank after a fire. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson offered a full apology on Tuesday after being fined for breaching COVID-19 lockdown laws in the so-called Partygate scandal, but looks set to defy calls for his resignation. Embattled Finance Minister Rishi Sunak and Johnson's wife Carrie were also fined, as the political storm following revelations of a swath of lockdown-busting parties in and around Downing Street threatens to engulf Johnson once more. Johnson's office said his fine was for attending a surprise birthday gathering in his honor on the afternoon of June 19, 2020, in the Cabinet Room at number 10. And now for some sports news. National racer Jazeman is ready to compete in the European Le Mans Series ELMS race, which kicks off this Sunday in Le Castellet, France. Jazeman, who represents Team Virage, says the two-day test went well for him, and he was quite happy with the progress he made in the last few days ahead of the first race this weekend. Jazeman, who will be competing in the Le Mans Prototype 2 category of the race, will team up with French racer Gabriel Autry and American racer Rob Hodes for a series of races in 5 countries. To end the bulletin, here are the headlines again. 104,700 courses of Paxlovid available for COVID-19 patients, says MOH. COVID-19 test kit not withdrawn on safety grounds, says importer. Subsidies for chicken and eggs to be reviewed, says Kiandee. Second COVID-19 booster available for those aged 60 above, says KJ. Ukraine's President Zelensky to BBC, blood money being paid for Russian oil. UK's Johnson, Sunak, fined over illegal lockdown-busting parties. And Malaysian racer Jazeman raring to go in European Le Mans. This has been the Gap News this morning, Friday, 15 April, with reports from Free Malaysia Today, The Vibes and the BBC World Service. The Gap News is also available on the internet news portal Melaka Hari Ini. We hope you found the bulletin informative. We certainly welcome hearing from you. If you do have the opportunity, please do write in. We would certainly love to hear from you. Podcasting live from Kuala Lumpur, I'm Ghazali Abdullah.